I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer.
It's time for the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and we are in a city that sure had its share of memorable playoff games in the past. Pittsburgh, PA at Heinz Field. Tonight, it's the AFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game.
This will make it into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
That's the reason we go for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
4 down. Check. 24 is the mic. 24 is the mic. You can't block me. 24 is the mic.
Now it's Taylor.
Here we go.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
11 yards there, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
I can't believe they didn't let you play. 24 is the mic. 24 is the mic.
Taylor. That's caught by the 6'8 tight end, Zach Gentry. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Taylor's going to keep it himself.
So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Beating him there with his legs. 21 yards, 1st down.
Another Steelers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Now Taylor. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
A 6-yard pickup.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
And 4 at the Raiders' 25-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Taylor. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Third and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack.
4 down. Let's go, defense.
Now Taylor to throw. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. And Boswell's kick is good. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Go. 55.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought
I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Jam it, jam it, jam, jam. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
To throw, it's Carr. He'll let this go deep for... And that's caught inside the 35. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs.
Touchdown.
72 yards. And the Raiders have taken the lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was, and if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, Drew Kaiser to boot it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12.
On 2nd and 12, Taylor. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play action, it's Taylor. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I see what they were trying to do there, trying to find some dead space in the middle of the field and take their shot right there. A really good idea, but it winds up incomplete.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. Now Austin. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And off the deflection, it's caught.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And this is caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. McManus's point after is good. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
3.
Now after the touchdown, Drew Kaiser to boot it away.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe. It's too hot, drop the top off the wagon. Lay back.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked somewhere else, and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Edmonds running out of the shotgun and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
After one, a 14-3 ball game.
The first quarter with the score Raiders 14.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
I got two.
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
We got 4. Check down, 81, 24.
They're going on 4th down. It's Taylor. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Ricky. Showing it. Express. Mike 55, Mike 55,
On 2nd down at 4, Carr. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38.
The coverage that time was unbelievable the whole way around. I mean, you've got a quarterback just standing back there in the pocket. He had all night to survey the field, and he still couldn't find anybody. And when he finally did throw it, he threw it to the other team.
After the interception, here's Taylor. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the shotgun, it's Taylor.
He'll get this to his running back, Edmonds.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
Steeler. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
24 is the mic. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. Again, it's Taylor. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Raekwon McMillan. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss.
It's 3rd down and 5.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And the Steelers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is really flown around in the first ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
29. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the
Card out a throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Tanner Muse there defensively.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action. Now Taylor. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster there to make the grab. And the Steelers are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. Taylor operating from the gun. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Trying to roll out, make a play outside of the pocket, but couldn't get it done.
When you don't have a lot of space for your receivers to operate, and down there it's really condensed when you're snapping the ball from the 2-yard line, rolling out, you extend the play, but you don't necessarily open up better avenues for people. And on that play, there's just nowhere to go with the ball, and you end up getting sacked.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And here we go. Watch the pass. 55. Come on, D.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They run it with Jacobs. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
Jacobs, the ball carrier.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
43-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Let's get it. Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. All day, dog. Undercrush.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs.
Carr's pass.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. To throw his Carr. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. Now Carr to try again after the pick 6. And that'll be incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd and 8. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Carr. Looking again for Watkins, and this time that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
1st down, Las Vegas.
Carr gonna throw. Got an open man. It's Ruggs. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing, because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Now after the touchdown, Drew Kaiser to boot it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Going for the deep ball. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Chase Claypool, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. Throwing again. Taylor. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman.
Intercepted by the Raiders. They'll take
a good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Now after the INT, it's Carr. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Carr's pass intended for Tavon Austin. Incomplete. It's 3rd down and 10.
Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Carr. Flushed out right. On the right side, this is Austin with a catch. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
On 1st down, Carr. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too.
1st down.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone.
1st and 10.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll run on 1st down. Jacobs. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Up 2nd and 11. At the
loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some.
Now Carr. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders! Making 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. McManus now for the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game.
Makes the score Raiders 28, Steelers 19.
Now after the touchdown, Drew Kaiser to boot it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's tough.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Clelin Ferrell able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard.
18-yard line.
On 2nd down, Taylor's throw incomplete. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
Incomplete. Tanner Muse on the coverage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
24 is the mic. 60 Bobcat.
Operating from the gun, Taylor. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
At the 44-yard line.
24 is the mic.
You gonna get this? You think you gonna get this? You think you...
Now Taylor on 1st down. He's going to look deep down the field. That's going to be caught. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 53 yards. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers have now made this a 1-score game. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5.
Tavon Austin on the return. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 2nd and 7, Carr. Reception here by Ruggs. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And the Raider first down.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Check 31, check 31.
Raider 2.
Check 55, Mike.
Raider green.
On 1st down, it's Jacobs. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Down. 180.
55. Mike 55, Mike 55.
I got you. Raider 9.
Safety, check safety. Watch safety creep, watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
At his 48-yard
Well,
line.
any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
We're good. 180.
55's Mike, guys, 55.
637.
I'm coming after you.
Express.
I'm coming after you. Hey, check Mike.
From just shy of midfield, Carr looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Shit. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. Man, I got you. Tighten up.
They'll run on 1st down. Jacobs. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line.
One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount. He got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
55's Mike, guys.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Check 55 to Mike. Right here. He's coming. We got double up.
29.
On 1st down, it's Jacobs. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Carr. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Here's Jacobs. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Here's Carr to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown.
Number 14,
Sammy Watkins there to make the grab. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the...
Because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Now after the touchdown, Drew Kaiser to boot it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 34-yard line.
24 is the mic. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger, 19 Lion. Lucky. 20. Riggs. You brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Taylor forced out to his left. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake, 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On 3rd and 1, it's Taylor. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
4 down, even. 24 is the mic. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. 24 is the mic. It's just me and you. It's just me.
They're going on 4th down. It's Taylor. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Check. You better bring it.
They'll throw on 1st down with Taylor. And he will find his man on the outside.
That's good.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. From midfield now, here's Taylor. Open man here is Gentry. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
24.
Now it's Taylor. Being chased out left. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
A 45-yard attempt.
And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
Brandon Wilson on the return. The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
11 at the 34-yard line.
Carr going to look to throw. And he finds who else? Watkins. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Carr to throw. And this is caught. That's Watkins. It's a pickup of 5, and that should just about wrap this one up.
And a key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3 and out.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Here we go, here we go.
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
180. 51, Mike 51.
Watch the run.
51's the Mike, boys. 51. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Switch.
Hatchet. Check nickel.
The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card.